Belchetz versus Roobroeck. Ooh. Yeah. So I did a game of Belchetz and I did a game of Roobroeck, and I've watched more tape of both of them. I've seen Belchetz more times than I can tell you over the last 2 seasons. I will say I like Belchetz more. He's a little bit younger. There's a little bit more runway. Not a huge deal, but it's a factor. The thing I liked about Belchetz is his ability to sort of sniff out open space off the puck and sort of be a more active player. He seemed to have better awareness, like game awareness and situational awareness. And I still think he is a limited player, right? Like Ethan Belchetz is a fascinating player because I think there are some things where he's gonna be an NHL player. Like the way that he plays, it's gonna work. Right? Like there is a level of relative certainty that he can ball out in the NHL doing certain things. But if your expectation of him is Eric Lindros, you're setting yourself up for something that he just is very far from. Not saying it's impossible. There are limitations in his game, and he was playing on a line with Ethan Garden and it was JC Lemieux. It was Lemieux centering Belchetz and Garden. Makish was in and out, I think, too, during that game. That line worked really, really well, right? And it was a big eye-opener for me watching Lemieux in that game. The energy and the quicker. He was a very quick playmaker, which I love to see. Like, he just kind of always sort of glued the game together really well on both sides of the puck, which is something I really value. Belchetz, though, worked off of that really, really well, right? Like, if you hit Belchetz with a pass and he's already in the neutral zone, he can find ways to move the puck around opponents, navigate into the offensive zone, and try to make something happen, unlike a lot of big guys. He's got a really, really good shot as well. And there's a lot to like about him. And I came away from that game liking him more than I expected. But again, it's like a limitation thing, right? Like he's a big, heavy skater. I feel like when he plays a physical style of hockey, he's only really doing it because someone's telling him to. Like it doesn't seem like his natural sort of state of mind. Whereas a guy like Lars Steiner, who I watched today, he seems like he's just like wired to just crush everyone and just battle and doesn't care how big you are. Whereas Belchetz, it's like, I guess I'm bigger than everybody, so I've got to throw hits and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. It just doesn't really pass the smell test for me. And I think that's just because like he's more of an offensive and skill oriented type guy. Roobroeck, I just don't have as much positive things to say. Like again, that awareness and that game scenario awareness didn't seem to be there. Like Roobroeck just kind of seemed to be more like passive. You know, I know my assignment. I know where to be. Get me the puck in the offensive zone and I'll score. Those kinds of things were, you know, I didn't really see it as much with him. You know, there wasn't even like that much of a physical edge to him. He just seemed to sort of, like we just mentioned, Oscar Olausson. Like there seems to be a little bit of that to him, to me. Like I remember Olausson in the OHL being sort of a more transition oriented, passive, sort of some skill, but like not engaged all that much type player. Kind of got away with the skill if he had the room and time and space and all of that stuff. But is that really projectable? Is that really worth a first round pick? Like for Roobroeck, you know, there was a bit going on there that I was curious about, and maybe I just didn't see a great game out of him. But I've kind of always felt that way about him, like watching him with a guy like Kevin He. I feel like you take Roobroeck away from Kevin He will make someone else a good producer, but Ryan Roobroeck would not be as good a producer without a guy like Kevin He, right? Like that's kind of my vibe about him.